Hi everyone, I am Alok Kumar Jain, lecturer mathematics at Acharya Tulsi Sarvodaya Bal Vidyalaya, Chhatarpur, New Delhi. I am teaching mathematics there to classes 11th and 12th. These days we are taking online classes, but as you know, in government schools normally we have students from underprivileged sections of the society. Most of them don't own a digital smartphone. Even if they have it, they have to share with their siblings or parents. So they don't have 24/7 access to smartphone or laptop or tablet. As responsible citizens of this nation, it is our duty to help such students. So if possible, you must gift them a new or a used smartphone or help them their mobiles recharged, because many times they don't have even money to recharge their mobiles. So I hope that all will come forward and help our students. Now I coming to my main topic. I have discussed integration in my previous 3 videos also. This time I am taking some more special integrals. We have done basics of integration, integration using substitution, and integration using trigonometric identities. This time I am taking some more special integrals. It is a part of exercise 7.4 in NCERT book. So the first formula is integration of 1 upon square root of a square minus x square is equal to sine inverse x by a. So as you can see, it is comparable with 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square. If we replace a by 1, it becomes 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square, whose integration we know sine inverse x. But since here it is a, so answer is a bit different, sine inverse x by a. We move to the next formula. Integration of 1 upon a square plus x square is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. Next is 1 upon x into square root of x square minus a square. It is 1 by a sec inverse x by a plus c. It is very easy to understand and learn them. If you replace this a by 1, it becomes 1 upon 1 plus x square, whose integration is tan inverse x. But since here a is there, the answer is a bit different. It is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. Someone may say, why 1 by a is not occurring at this place? We will give its proof also. But you see, for remembering purposes, you can say, okay, since it has square root sign, so 1 by a will not come here. And there is no square root sign here, so 1 by a occurs here. In this way, you can learn it. Next is, if here you replace a by 1, it becomes 1 upon x into square root of x square minus 1, whose integration is sec inverse x. But since here it is a, so 1 by a will come here. Next is 1 upon square root of x square plus a square. Its integration is log of modulus of x plus square root of x square plus a square plus c. Next is 1 upon square root of x square minus a square dx. Its integration is log of modulus of x plus square root of x square minus a square plus c. The next is 1 upon x square minus a square, no square root sign, and the answer is 1 by 2a log of modulus of x minus a upon x plus a plus c. And the last is 1 upon a square minus x square dx. Its integration is 1 by 2a log of modulus of a plus x upon a minus x plus c. These are 7 formulae, and we will do exercise based on these formulae. It is not very difficult to learn them. We can easily observe them and accordingly develop our understanding to learn them. Now I am coming to their proofs. See the first one. Here the left hand side is integration of 1 upon square root of a square minus x square dx. So it is easily comparable with 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square. If you replace a by 1, it becomes 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square, whose integration we know is sine inverse x. So we will make the substitution accordingly. So we will put x is equal to a sine theta. And now differentiate. So dx is equal to a cos theta d theta. Also This implies x by a is equal to sine theta. So theta will be sine inverse x by a. So let us do the substitution here. So it is 1 upon square root of a square minus x square. X is a sine theta. So x square will become a square sine square theta. And the value of this dx is a cos theta d theta. Let us further simplify it. In numerator now we have a cos theta d theta, and in denominator you can take a square common from these two terms. So what is left inside the bracket? 1 minus sine square theta. Let us further simplify it. So it is a cos theta d theta upon a square into 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta. Now you can easily take square root of denominator. So now it becomes a cos theta d theta upon a cos theta. A cos theta is cancelled, so we are left with integration of d theta. And quite obvious, integration of d theta is theta. And value of theta is sine inverse x by a plus c is present here. Integration of d theta is theta plus c, and value of theta is sine inverse x by a plus c. So in this way, formula number 1 is proved. Similarly, we can prove other formulae also. So let us move to formula number 2. It was integration of 1 upon a square plus x square dx. Answer is 1 by a tan inverse x by a plus c. From answer also you can guess that we will have to make the substitution x is equal to a tan theta. Even the answer suggests what substitution we should do. Similarly, in formula number 3, if you look at the answer is 1 by a sec inverse x by a. So you must put x is equal to a sec theta. So in the similar manner, these two formulae can be proved. Now come to formula number 4. What trigonometric substitution is possible here? We will have to put either x is equal to a sin theta, a cos theta, or a tan theta. Which one is appropriate? You see, a square sin square theta plus a square. If you take a square common, then inside the bracket sin square theta plus 1 is left, which doesn't has any minimum value. I mean to say that can't be further contracted. So best substitution is put x is equal to a tan theta. In that case, it will become a square plus tan square, a square tan square theta plus a square. And then you can take a square common, and then inside the bracket we will have tan square theta plus 1, which is sec square theta, and it will be simplified. So substitution needed for formula number 4 is x is equal to a tan theta. And similarly, for formula number 5, we should put x is equal to a sec theta. So these substitution will do, and in the similar manner, we will be able to get their integrations. Here I have even proved formula number 4 also. See, left hand side is 1 upon square root of x square plus a square dx. So put x is equal to a tan theta. So dx becomes a sec square theta d theta. Also it will mean x by a is equal to tan theta. So theta is equal to tan inverse x by a. If needed, we will substitute it. Let's feed it here. Now it is integration of 1 upon x square. X is a tan theta. So x square will be a square tan square theta. Plus a square is present. Into dx is a sec square theta d theta. The dx value will be fed here. Here in the denominator, you can take a square common. So what is left inside? Tan square theta plus 1. And you know, tan square theta plus 1 is sec square theta. So it becomes a square sec square theta, whose square root is a sec theta, into a sec square theta d theta is already present. Now a is cancelled. And sec square theta upon sec theta is sec theta. Do you remember the formula for integration of sec theta d theta? We did it in exercise 7.2. Clear? So integration of sec theta d theta, if you recall, it is log of sec theta plus tan theta plus c. But we have value of tan theta only. Value of tan theta is x by a. As you can see here, value of tan theta is x by a. We don't have the value of sec theta, but sec theta can be developed with the help of tan theta. Sec theta means square root of sec square theta, and sec square theta means 1 plus tan square theta. So you see, this whole thing is nothing but sec theta. 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta, and its square root is sec theta. Plus tan theta is already there. So let us feed the value of tan theta that was x by a. So it becomes log of modulus of square root of 1 plus tan theta is x by a. So it will become x square by a square plus tan theta is x by a. Here if you take LCM, it becomes square root of a square plus x square upon a square plus x by e is there. Let's move ahead. So it becomes log of modulus of square root of a square plus or x square plus a square is same thing upon square root of a square is a plus x by a. So now the LCM is a and it becomes x plus square root of x square plus a square upon a plus c. So now you can use log of m by n is equal to log m minus log n plus c is there. Now c is constant as well as minus log a is constant. These two constants will together make another constant. So the final answer is log of modulus of x plus square root of x square plus a square plus c, and it is the right hand side. Go ahead. Integration of dx upon square root of x square minus a square, its formula is log of modulus of x plus square root of x square minus a square plus c. You can try it yourself. For this you will have to put x is equal to a sec theta and then proceed in the similar manner. Let's now come to formula number 6. Integration of dx upon x square minus a square. There is no square root sign and its answer is 1 by 2a log of modulus of x minus a upon x plus a plus c. Let's see how to prove it. Left hand side is integration of 1 upon x square minus a square dx. Here you should multiply and divide by 2a. I will like to resolve it into its partial fractions. So see how to do it. Now this 2a can be modified as x plus a in one bracket minus x minus a in second bracket. Whole upon x square minus a square means x plus a into x minus a. Denominator has been factorized. Now if you simplify the numerator, you will get this 2a only. X plus a minus x plus a. X minus x cancelled and a plus a is 2a. So let us split it from the numerator. So 1 by 2a is already outside and x plus a upon x plus a into x minus a. X plus a is cancelled, so it becomes 1 upon x minus a minus x minus a upon this whole thing. So x minus a will be cancelled, so 1 upon x plus a is there. So very good. Now it is quite easy to integrate. 1 upon x minus a, its integration will be log of x minus a, and 1 upon x plus a, its integration is log of x plus a. And you know very well that log m minus log n is log of m by n. So see, in this way this formula has been proved. Let us move to next formula. Integration of dx upon a square minus x square is equal to 1 by 2a log of modulus of a plus x upon a minus x plus c. So you can try it yourself just like formula number 6. Now while doing the exercises, you must keep some important points in your mind. Let us see different situations that you might face while doing the exercise. First is to evaluate integration of 1 upon a quadratic expression or 1 upon square root of a quadratic expression dx. What you will do? First of all, make coefficient of x square unity, that is 1, in denominator. If it is not, if it is already 1, then not required. How you will do so? By taking coefficient of x square as common and then apply method of completing squares to express the integrand comparable to any of the standard formula. We will apply method of completing square to express the denominator as x square plus a square or a square minus x square. I mean to say any form which is comparable to the formula that we have done. Next point to be kept in mind is to evaluate integration of a linear expression upon square root of a quadratic expression dx. You know derivative of a quadratic is linear. So we will try to apply this formula, this theorem you can say, which we have done in exercise 7.2. Integration of f dash x upon fx dx is equal to log of fx plus c. We will try to apply this formula. First of all, we will try to express the given integrand in this form and then we will apply this formula. I will illustrate it by giving suitable examples in pages ahead. moving forward. Second situation was linear expression upon quadratic, and here it is linear expression upon square root of a quadratic expression. How to do it then? Here I will try to apply this formula. First of all, I will create derivative of quadratic in numerator by suitable adjustments, and then I will lift quadratic expression from denominator to numerator, and its power will become minus half, and then I will like to try this formula. I will like to use this formula. Integration of fx whole power n into f dash x dx is equal to fx whole power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So we have done 7 formulae and some important situations. So in the pages coming forward, we will be giving some illustrations that we have discussed just now. Exercise 7.4 I am taking from NCERT book. So this is question number 1. Integration of 3x square upon x raised to power 6 plus 1. Try to recognize function and its derivative here. You see, this 3x square is derivative of x cube, and this x raised to power 6 is x cube whole square. So we will take x cube as z, and 3x square dx will become dz. So I have first written in proper form. 3x square dx upon x raised to power 6 becomes x cube whole square plus 1. So 3x square dx is dz upon x cube is z, so it becomes z square plus 1 square. Even there is no need to write 1 square, keep it as 1 also. And you know very well that the integration of 1 upon 1 plus x square is tan inverse x. Even if you like to apply formula number 2, that also you can do. Integration of 1 upon x square plus a square is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So its integration will become 1 by 1 tan inverse z by 1 plus c, and value of z is x cube. So ultimately it becomes tan inverse x cube plus c. I think all of you are able to understand it. If there is any confusion, you can review this video, as well as I will be posting its PDF in the description box. There also you can consult at your own speed. Moving to next question, it is also a very simple question. Integration of 1 upon square root of 1 plus 4x square. It may be modified as 1 upon square root of 1 square plus 2x whole square. So it is just like 1 upon square root of a square plus x square. And you must remember that its integration is log of modulus of x plus square root of a square plus x square plus c. Here a square is 1 square and x square is 2x whole square. So answer will be log of modulus of x. In place of x we have 2x, so we will have to write 2x plus square root of a square plus x square plus c. Purpose of x is being served by 2x. But since in place of x we are having 2x, we will have to divide by coefficient of x. So you must recall the theorem that if integration of small fx is capital Fx plus c, then integration of small f of ax plus b dx is equal to capital F of ax plus b upon a. That is third theorem of exercise 7.2 that has been used here. I have written also, I have divided by 2, as in place of x I have another linear 2x. So I will have to divide by coefficient of x. Moving to next question. I is equal to integration of x square upon 1 minus x raised to power 6 dx. So let x cube is equal to t. You see, this x square will be derivative of x cube. Not perfectly. Derivative of x cube is 3x square. 3 can be adjusted. But definitely x square will come by differentiating x cube only. So I will take x cube as t. So 3x square dx becomes dt, and consequently x square dx becomes dt by 3. So this x square dx is dt by 3. So first what I have done is I have multiplied and divided by 3. If you just want to create 3x square, we can also multiply it and divide by 3, or you can directly replace x square dx by dt by 3. So now what it becomes? 1 by 3 is outside. 3x square dx is dt upon 1 minus x cube is t, which is t square. So it is just like 1 upon a square minus x square. So the last formula that we have done today will be applied. integration of 1 upon a square minus x square is 1 by 2a log of modulus of a plus x upon a minus x. So integration of 1 upon 1 square minus t square should be 1 by 2a, a is 1, log of modulus of a plus x, that is 1 plus t, upon 1 minus t plus c. This 1 by 3 was already present. So in total it becomes 1 by 6 log of modulus of 1 plus, what is t? T is x cube. So it will become 1 plus x cube upon 1 minus x cube plus c. Moving to next question. Look here. Which shape is here present? It is just like linear upon square root of quadratic. And I told you, in such a situation, we try to apply integration of fx whole power n into f dash x dx. So this x square minus 1 is fx. What it will be its derivative? Its derivative will be 2x dx. I repeat, here I will like to apply integration of fx whole power n into f dash x dx. So this is fx for me, and this half power when lifted into numerator, it will become minus half, that will be n. So this is the function, and its derivative is 2x dx. That 2x can be created with the help of this x only, no need of minus 1. So let us separate it. X upon square root of x square minus 1 dx minus 1 upon square root of x square minus 1 dx. And here I will multiply and divide by 2. 2x, and this is by 2. And this x square root of x square minus 1 will be shifted to numerator, so it becomes x square minus 1 whole power minus half. And come to this portion, it is 1 upon square root of x square minus 1 means 1 square. Now the stage is perfectly set for integration. Look here, it is of the type fx whole power n into f dash x dx. So integration should be fx whole power n plus 1 minus half plus 1 is half upon minus half plus 1 is half minus log of modulus of, you so see 1 upon square root of x square minus a square. Its integration is log of modulus of x plus square root of x square minus a square, that is 1 square, which is 1 only, plus c, and this half is cancelled. Now x square minus 1 whole power half means square root of x square minus 1. So now it is square root of x square minus 1 minus log of modulus of x plus square root of x square minus 1 plus c. I hope you must have got it. If there is any confusion, you must see it again. Coming to one more important type, 1 upon square root of quadratic. As I told you today, it is one of the most important integrations. This type is quite important. 1 upon square root of quadratic. So we will have to apply method of completing square. But before applying method of completing squares, we have to ensure that coefficient of x square is unity, which is by chance already there. So I will convert this x square plus 2x plus 2. You see, here I will apply method of completing square. How to do it? This x square is x whole square. This 2x means 2 into this x into what else should be written so that it remains 2x only. Definitely it should be 1. Normally what we do is, we write x square plus 2 into x into half the coefficient of x present here, which is by chance 1. Then we will write 1 square. I mean to say this 2 will be broken into 2 parts, 1 square plus 1. So if you compare this thing and this point, both are same. It is also x square plus 2x into 1 is 2x plus 1 is 2. But first 3 terms together will make x plus 1 whole square plus 1. In this way, this whole square has been completed. So let us substitute it here. It becomes 1 upon square root of, this thing means x plus 1 whole square plus 1 square. Now it is of the type 1 upon square root of x square plus a square, and as you can recall, its integration should be log of modulus of x plus square root of x square plus a square. So in place of x we are having x plus 1. So it will be used there. So it is log of modulus of x means x plus 1 plus square root of x square means x plus 1 whole square plus a square means 1 square, which is 1 only, plus c. Now you see, this x plus 1 whole square plus 1, this is equivalent to x square plus 2x plus 2. So this x plus 1 whole square plus 1 can be replaced by x square plus 2x plus 2 also. So that I have done in the next step. Here I have written y. Y means you have to write the formula, right? And it can be simplified also, which I am doing here. So it is log of modulus of x plus 1 plus, if you either simplify at your own or we have done it above also, this is nothing but x square plus 2x plus 2 plus c. So it was a very important type, 1 upon square root of quadratic or even 1 upon simply a quadratic. In both cases, same approaches apply. That is method of completing square. So you must practice about method of completing squares. And this you might have done in class 10 also. Coming to this question, it is also the same condition, 1 upon square root of quadratic. So here also I will be applying method of completing square. But as you know, before applying method of completing squares, we must ensure that coefficient of x square is unity, which is by chance not here. It is not 1, coefficient of x square is not 1, but minus 1. So I will have to make it plus 1. How to do it? Take minus common within square root sign only. So internal signs will be changed and it will become x square plus 6x minus 7. So let us apply method of completing square here. X square means x square. 6x means 2 into x into half the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is 6 here, so I will write 3. So in total it will again be 6x only. So a square plus 2ab, so b is 3, so I must write in the next step b square, that is 3 square, which is 9. But there was no 9 here, so I will subtract it also. Minus 7 was present, so it will be written. I repeat once again, slowly try to understand. This is x square. I am just erasing it first so that things becomes a bit more clearer. Explain it once again. This is x square, so it is x square plus 2 you must write, into x you must write, into you will have to write half the coefficient of x here, which is by chance 6 here, so its half will be 3. So now it has taken the shape a square plus 2ab. So who is b? 3. So plus we should have b square, that is 3 square 9. But actually there is no 9 here, so I will have to subtract it in order to compensate. Minus 7 was already there, so that will also be written. Now what is there inside the bracket? A square plus 2ab plus b square is a plus b whole square, that is x plus 3 whole square. Minus 9 minus 7 means minus 16. Now introduce this minus inside the bracket. So internal signs will be changed and minus 16 will become plus 16, which is 4 square minus x plus 3 whole square. And now it is quite visible that it is comparable to integration of 1 upon square root of a square minus x square. So once you learn the formula, you will be able to do it quite easily. And you know, integration of 1 upon square root of a square minus x square is sine inverse x by a. So it becomes sine inverse x plus 3 by 4 plus c. So it was a very important type. You must see it again. Either visit the video again, or even you can see the PDF in description box. That will also help you. There you can see at your own speed. Moving to next question. 4x plus 1 upon square root of 2x square plus x minus 3. Which type is this? It is the type linear upon square root of quadratic. And what we have written earlier before starting the exercise, I had written that if you have the shape linear upon square root of quadratic, try to apply the formula integration of fx whole power n into f dash x dx is equal to fx whole power n plus 1 upon n plus 1, provided n is not minus 1. You see here, this is function. Just check what will be its derivative. Derivative of 2x square is 4x, derivative of x is 1, and that of minus 3 is 0. So its derivative becomes 4x plus 1 into dx, and by chance that is exactly present in the numerator. So no adjustments required. So just shift this expression from denominator to numerator. So this square root is half power. When it goes to numerator, it will become minus half power. Into you have 4x plus 1 dx. So now it is of the type fx whole power n into f dash x dx. Stage is perfectly set for integration. So don't take a chance, just integrate it. So answer will be fx whole power n plus 1, that is 2x square plus x minus 3 whole power minus half plus 1, that is half, upon minus n plus 1 upon n plus 1, that is minus half plus 1, which is half, plus c. So formula used is integration of fx whole power n into f dash x dx is equal to fx whole power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So upon you have half, so it will be inverted, so it becomes 2 times half power means square root of 2x square plus x minus 3 plus c. So it was also a very important type, and it was a simple question also because no adjustment was required in the numerator. Derivative of 2x square plus x minus 3, that was already perfectly present in the numerator, so things became simpler. Moving ahead, you see, situation is not simple always. Look here, it is linear upon quadratic. So isn't it comparable with f dash x upon fx? I mean to say, we will have to make it comparable with f dash x upon fx. I told you, whenever you have linear upon quadratic, try to apply integration of f dash x upon fx is equal to log of fx plus c. So this is the function here. See, what is its derivative? Look here, I have done it. Derivative of 1 is 0, that of 2x is 2, and that of 3x here is 6x whole into dx. So this 2 plus 6x is to be created in the numerator here. But we have 5x minus 2. So don't add 1x to it to make it 6x. That will not do. Because 6x will be created, but one more minus x will be left. What will we do with that? So in order to make this 5x 6x, learn the technique that I am using. First of all, make the coefficient of x 1 by taking 5 common. So if I take 5 common, 5x will become x and this 2 will become 2 by 5. Now I want it to be 6x. So multiply and divide by 6. Clear? So whatever you want, multiply numerator and denominator by that number. If you want 6x, multiply by 6. If you want 2x, multiply by 2. Now open the brackets in numerator. It becomes 6x minus 12 by 5 that I have written here. But I need 2 plus 6x. So I have added 2 and subtracted 2 also. You see, 6 into x 6x, it is present here. 6 into minus 2 by 5, minus 12 by 5. But I need 2 plus 6x. So I have added and subtracted 2 also. So in the next step, I will break it from numerator. So now it becomes 5 by 6 into 2 plus 6x upon this whole thing. Then 5 by 6 into rest of the quantity. You can calculate it in rough, minus 12 by 5 minus 2. It will come out to be minus 22 by 5. Right? Upon this quantity. Now this minus 22 by 5 can be taken outside. 5 is cancelled. And even this can also be cancelled. 2 3s are 6. 2 11s are 22. So it becomes minus 11 by 3. And look the situation here. 5 by 6. And it is of the type f dash x upon fx. In denominator we have function. In numerator we have its derivative. So its integration will be log of denominator. This we have done in exercise 7.2 also. And it is yet to be integrated. So let's move ahead. It is 1 upon quadratic. So what we will do? We will apply method of completing square. And before applying method of completing square, we will make coefficient of x square unity. This I have done in this box. Denominator is 1 plus 2x plus 3x square. Look carefully how this method of completing square has been applied. First make coefficient of x square unity. How? Take 3 common. So 3x square becomes x square. This will also be divided by 3 and this will also be divided by 3. Look again. Outside we have 3. Apply method of completing square. X square means x square. 2x by 3 means 2 into x into half the coefficient of x, which is by chance 2 by 3. So its half will be 1 by 3. If you simplify it, again it will be 2x by 3 only. So it is just like now a square plus b square plus 2ab. I mean a square plus 2ab. So we should have next term b square. That is 1 by 3 whole square, which is 1 by 9. But there is no 1 by 9 here. It is 1 by 3. So since I have added 1 by 3, I will subtract 1 by 9. I have added 1 by 9, so I have subtracted 1 by 9. This 1 by 3 was already present, so that has been written as such. See again, now it is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So it will become a plus b whole square. And 1 by 3 minus 1 by 9 can be calculated separately. So LCM is 9 and it becomes 3 minus 1, which is 2 by 9 that I have written here. Right? So let's continue. This portion has been copied here. And then this was minus 11 by 3 integration of dx upon this whole thing has been modified as 3 times x plus 1 by 3 whole square plus 2 by 9 means root 2 by 3 whole square. This by 3 can be taken out, so it becomes 11 by 9, and now it is of the type 1 upon x square plus a square. And you know integration of 1 upon x square plus a square is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So let us simplify it further. This is cancelled. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. So it becomes minus 11 upon 3 root 2. And here also if you take 3 LCM in numerator, then that will be cancelled by this 3. So it becomes 3x plus 1 upon root 2 plus c. So in this way we have done we have discussed all the major types in this exercise. Rest of the question you must try yourself, as well as you can see examples also and few more problems from mathematics exemplar by NCERT, as well as the study material provided by your teacher. So thank you very much for attending this session, and I hope it was enjoyable and you learned also. Practice makes a man perfect. You can't learn everything just by looking once only. You must practice. So see this video 2-3 times more, as well as you can see PDF of this chapter in my description box, and you will be able to understand in a better way. Thank you very much. Next time we will be discussing integration using partial fractions. Till then, goodbye.